Hi, and welcome to this video on Zenator Launch. This is going to be about importing resources and the new work authorization matrix. So if we open up Launch, import and WAM, which stands for Work Authorization Matrix. Select our project and browse to a spreadsheet. If we have a look at the contents of the spreadsheet, so this is a fixed column format. So these columns have to exist in this order. So use the template that's applied. So we've got start date, end date of the resource, project name has to match what's in the database. So you see here, Island Test Project, and that matches this column here. Name of the full name of the resource, email address, mobile number, company. First discipline is required. Discipline 2 and 3 are optional. And then the name of the role, the resource, authorized person, and then the work authorization matrix, which is a grid of yes and no, depending on what the role is. You can scroll across here and see all the individual actions that the resource will or will not be allowed to perform in Zenator Mobile. You have to have the spreadsheet closed when you do the import, otherwise you get an error. So you can now validate that, make sure that the project name is correct and recognized, and the spreadsheet is well formed for the import. And now do the import. Well, before we do the import, let's have a look in Zenator Check. So we're looking at this demo here. And demo 3700, which has been patched to PDB 4.0.0.0. Look at the Allen test project. Look at resources. No resources. No roles. We have disciplines from Falcon data, default data. No companies. So if we do the import now, get a summary of what's been added. So 13 companies added, no disciplines added. So the disciplines have been found already in the database, no new ones added. 115 roles added and 199 resources added. So if we go back into check, stay on the same project, and we now go to companies. We see we've got companies and resources and the roles for those resources. On the resource role, we have the work authorization matrix. So each of those cells in the spreadsheet that was entered with a yes or a no, a Y or an N, that equates to being checked for Y and unchecked for N. So checked for yes, unchecked for no. And then if we go and have a look at resource, see here, full name, the project, the company, first discipline, which is the main discipline, was indicated by a checkbox here, but they also have a secondary discipline here, safety, the default role, and the start date and end date, mobile number, and email address. And we can only check that these are valid format. We can't check that the email address works. That's another process. We'd have to send out validation emails The same with the mobile number, to ensure the quality of the data there. But what we can check is that it's a valid form for an email address. And we see here there's the work authorization matrix for this role. That can be changed here or here. Okay. That's all for the new import. Feel free to raise any comments, and thanks for watching.